Hello, Gemini. How's it going? I hope everything is going really great for you. I'm going to do an April reading, seeing what is going on in your energy. I know we have a lot of stuff going on, so I feel like there it is, finally on. Hello, hello. Angels, spirits, and guides. Can you tell me what's going on in April for Gemini? What can they expect? Tell me, I'm going to do a Celtic cross. Just tell me what's going on. So it looks like you're kind of confused about something. Maybe you need to make a decision about something. What's crossing you? 2 cards comes out as a challenge. The Death card and the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to leave those both there because they both flipped over. So we'll see why this transformation is your challenge, right? Transforming something in your past. I feel like there was some kind of grief, maybe relating to Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, like something ended. You had to let it go. Up in your higher self, what your higher self knows that you don't is something about the 2 of Cups, about all the anxiety and then, the sleepless nights that you spent. Maybe finding your power after that, or maybe it's a matter of passion that you're thinking about. Could be about work too, 8 of Pentacles, right? I feel like you're learning a bunch of lessons, Gemini. I do, because at the bottom of the deck, I feel like there's something toxic happening here. And I feel like the way out of it is to choose what's best for you. 2 of Wands. That's just bottom of the deck advice, right? So let's look and see what's going on in the root system. Like, what the heck happened to get you to this place of indecision? Tell me what's at the root of the reading. Thank you, Spirit. The root of the reading, Knight of Swords. Some kind of quick energy, some kind of quick change. Knights are about change. Here comes Wheel of Fortune. Here comes an ending to a cycle, and here comes justice. So I don't know if you're dealing with something about a Libra, perhaps. The World card, an ending and a new beginning. I feel like that would be Scorpio energy, right? So maybe you're closing out a cycle because you see the justice in it, right? So, like, what I mean about justice is like, what did it give me? Like, what did I learn from this situation, right? I feel like in the near future, I feel like you have a new beginning here. Page of Pentacles, like something starting. Like, this could be about a job, right? I do feel like you're kind of confused about it. I feel like in your supporting energy is the 7 of Cups, which, I mean, this is your supporting energy, your past relationship. There's something about examining this that's going to bring you some great success. So if you're sitting here looking at your past, thinking about your past, I feel like there's an answer in that past that's going to bring you some kind of really beautiful outcome with the 6 of Wands, right? So what is it that they can't see in the energy around them? What can they not see? Lovers and Queen of Wands. Well, you got a lot of people in your reading today. You have a King of Pentacles, a Queen of Pentacles, a King of Wands, and a Queen of Wands. So a lot of people here, and it's all about decisions. It's all about making a choice. I mean, over here, it's about letting go of something in the past, right? What you're afraid of. The Strength card, the wish fulfillment, and the 6 of Pentacles. So that's in your hopes and fears. It's like, I feel like you're hoping for your wish fulfillment to come in, and you're trying to, you know, attract exactly what you want. But I feel like you're afraid that it's going to be another lesson. You know what I mean? That's what it looks like. So in the distant future, tell me what the outcome is, because I feel like you have a new beginning coming. Oops. The Chariot. So that's about alignment. It could be about traveling. It could be about going somewhere new. It could be doing what's best for you, you know. It could be about getting all the full picture about what happened from your higher self, like understanding like this was a lesson. You know what I mean? That's what it looks like, because you got the Chariot card, and then the Seven of Swords, and the Three of Swords, and the Hermit, and then the Hierophant. So it's like you're in the Chariot going in one direction with your soul. And I feel like what you're doing is understanding like that this heartbreak, this thing that you lost, was probably one of the most pivotal moments in your life. It changed you more than anything. I honestly feel like it's a very big challenge for you right now to see your own value, but that's what's happening. Like there's a transformation happening inside of you, you know? So yeah, and then a new love. I feel like, wow, there's a lot going on here, a lot shifting, and we're having big movement in the sky in April. So, you know, there's nothing too fantastical that I could say that can't happen. I mean, it can all happen. You know what I mean? With all with all the planets exactly where they're at, you just honestly, I feel like there's a lot of shocking things coming for you. Gemini. So let's get a whole nother deck, and we're going to start clarifying these cards. Like, first of all, what are you afraid to make a decision about? What is it that you're refusing to look at? You know, because that's your energy. Like, we're asking about April. So I feel like you're feeling kind of like you have to make a decision, but you can't. Ego is in the way. Human is in the way. You're scared. You're scared to do it, you know? So this decision that you have to make, it's kind of about having the courage to change something, you know, go in a new direction, having the courage to go through this transformation, drop some kind of old belief. Let's clarify the Death card. What are you releasing? What's the belief? Whoops. Okay, the way you take care of yourself is what's changing. You're starting to love yourself. You're starting to see the truth. It's changing you. There's alchemy happening. You see here? Like, that's what's happening in the Death card. There's a huge transformation inside of you, because you're seeing the truth of your soul, of the power of your soul, you know, and of your value. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Why is this in their challenge? Why is it hard for them to see their value? Why? Why is it that they have a hard time with it? Because you feel like you're not enough. You have doubts about yourself. This is what has to be let go with that Death card. You get it? Like, you're going to have to let go of the doubts about yourself and understand your divinity, period. You know what I mean? You do. In the past, I feel like you had to let something go. Something ended. It looks like you've been in a period of mourning. It could have been about, like I said, like a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. It could be somebody who brought stability into your life. It could have been somebody who was, you know, you felt was loyal to you. Tell me what happened. Why is it over? Why are they grieving it? You're letting it go because it's not true. It's an old belief that you've had since you were childhood. And I feel like it's about, tell me what it's about. I think it's about the lack, right? That lack mentality. Yeah. I think you're letting go of like any kind of like old beliefs that weren't right, that weren't really even true. I feel like that's the transformation. And I feel like each thing that you let go of, each belief that isn't true, about yourself, kind of like propels you forward to the next stage. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're understanding your childhood in a different way. You're releasing false ideas that you've had about yourself, like I'm not enough, like I don't have enough. Um, okay, so in the root here, what's going on is there's a big change. The Wheel of Fortune is coming in, and there's a cycle ending, you know. So this cycle ending is about um, karmic contracts. It's about, like, maybe it's a karmic contract you had in your soul for you to feel doubtful about yourself to a certain point in time. And then the wheel comes in to change it. And you suddenly see something different about yourself. That's kind of what it looks like. It's your shadow side, right? So maybe some of you have been in the dark night of the soul. It looks like it. And I feel like that's what's changing. Like your sun is coming out, you're making good decisions. I feel like the confusion is clearing because you're having a full-on awakening here, divine feminine. You're realizing your own divinity. Third eye chakra enlightened here, able to make decisions. The sun is coming out. You've been in this dark night for a while, because it's like it shows me that in the beginning, right? And I feel like it does have something to do with, your childhood and releasing that. Something is changing. Divine timing is here, which is about the Wheel of Fortune. So you have that 2 times, Gemini. Like something is really, the confusion that you feel gone, the darkness that you've been in. Now suddenly you're harnessing the power of the sun in this card. I want to show you. She's got her hands holding the sun. So it's almost like you realize the connection. You realize your power. You realize what you have right in front of you. And I feel like everything changes, though you're walking through this new portal, this new timeline where things look fair, where things feel fair, like you understand it. Like, man, if I wouldn't have gone through that, I wouldn't be here. That's the Justice card. It's like really kind of wrapping your head around it. Like, wow, this really changed me, you know? Big, big things that happen in our life where we're not ready for them, or we, like a tower moment or something like that, they knock us on our ass. We have no other way to handle it besides talking to spirit, whether we're doing it in prayer, or we're meditating, or we're just tapping in, like just trying to get received messages. I feel like there's just that's what's happening to you, a big, big change in the way you say things. Up here, what your higher self knows that you do not know. 2 of Cups, 9 of Swords, King of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. So it's like the 2 of Cups could be about you and your higher self becoming one. And that way you would be able to understand like what this anxiety really was, an illusion, you know? Because when you really think about your higher self, your soul path, that soul piece of you that goes on forever, that's connected to all that is, that's connected to source energy. I feel like what happens is you start understanding the power that you hold inside of you, you know, that consciousness, that piece of consciousness that knows so much more than the human believes that it knows, right? And then the 8 of Pentacles. So it looks like you're working on maybe some newfound power. I feel like you're receiving messages from your higher self. Maybe they're asking you to go somewhere. It could be. This has also got Mercury here. So remember, Mercury's going in retrograde on the 1st of April, and it's in the shadow now. So this is about receiving messages, possibly from your higher self, possibly from a person in the past, right? Because Two of Cups could be you and your higher self, or it could be an old lover, and you get a message from them because it's Mercury retrograde and it's time for you to do something different. I feel like you've been in anxiety if this is about a relationship. I feel like you've been in anxiety about it. And I don't know if this person is coming toward you, but they could be, and maybe they want to start working on it again. It could be a fire sign. Why can't I think? Leo, Aries, and Sag. So I feel like this opportunity is exciting. Like it's shocking too. It's related to Uranus here on the card, and Uranus is definitely shocking. It's like, are you ready for the most unbelievable fucking thing to ever happen? Are you ready for it? Because that's what it looks like. Maybe you get a message from this person, right? That could be one. It's like fate. So it's divine intervention. Your higher self is trying to help you through this. Wow. You're getting messages. You're getting messages about it, right? And I think this could be someone, that you've already dealt with, this Two of Cups. They're coming in to offer you love. And they want to work on this. I feel like your higher self is like, you're getting messages in your sleep about this, and I don't know, but it looks like this person could be like driving toward you or something, or at least communicating, right? Or they invite you to go somewhere. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's look here in this supporting energy. It's like there's some kind of power coming in, and success coming in by reviewing past love situations, where you've been, what you've done, who you've been with, responses you've given, like some of them good, some of them not so good. I feel like there's an apology coming in. And I think this could be saying, like, are you going to forgive this person? I feel like this feels like a gift, And honestly, I mean, wow, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, there's like a renewal. So there's someone from the past that's offering you an apology. And I feel like it changes something inside of you, Whatever you decide to do. Like, because sometimes, let's say you have someone in your life that's treated you like shit and they come in and apologize. I mean, it really does change us. It changes the way we feel about the situation, Like for somebody just to like speak up and say like, man, I'm sorry. I mean, it could light a whole new fire under you, because I mean, like, remember in the past, you're like letting go, you're sad. It's been a long, drawn out process of letting go of something. Okay, so let's see in this energy that you don't see. This is the Queen of Wands, which is about understanding that, I mean, this is about confidence, it's about power, and it's attached to a lover. So this is, you don't see this energy. This is a secret kind of hidden energy. And we're talking to Gemini, right? So the lover is you. You are the lover's card. So maybe what they're saying is like you're understanding something about yourself, the power that you hold inside of you as the twin sign, like you are the light in the dark, like you really are Gemini. That's really who you are. And what I see is like a transcending, like this is a very spiritual relationship with you and your higher self, right? It could be about love too, but I feel like it's about loving yourself. And so I feel like the power of self-love is so huge, like as far as like what you attract to you. You know what I mean? Like you, if you're putting out love and loving yourself, you're going to attract people who appreciate that part about you. I mean, somebody told me a long time ago, like, you teach people how to treat you. And I think that's true. And so, like, let's say you've been in this cycle and it hasn't been that great. And now all of a sudden you're over here and you're actually really loving yourself, you know? And I'm saying that because the lover's card is you, you know? So what you don't see coming is there's so much power in self love. That's what you don't see, the energy that's there and available for you. If you could love yourself, I feel like your whole life could be on the verge of like change. Let's see what this new beginning is, because I feel like there's a new beginning here. This could be about a child, it could be about a message, it could be about anything pentacle, right? A new beginning in pentacle, a new job. What's going on with this page? It's kind of like this is where you begin. Like you're beginning to understand your self-worth, your value, your, you know, how powerful you are. And I feel like it starts kind of like this new fire inside of you, Ace of Wands, right? So I feel like you kind of have like a new perspective on yourself, and it creates a brand new beginning. And it's almost like in the Page of Pentacles, like, where do you want to go? Like it's kind of up to you, like you're holding the whole thing. And it's, I feel like what you're attracting is going to be different. This new beginning is going to be different because you're falling in love with yourself over here. You know, you with your higher self, you're realizing the duality and you're actually embracing it. So right here, I feel like there's fear. There's fear about attaining your wish fulfillment, because you're afraid it might be another lesson. You're afraid you're going to be rejected. But the Wheel of Fortune is here, and it's saying, like, you need to trust this thing and don't sabotage it. Like, right? So you might feel like this rejection feeling so hard that when this new person comes in, you might even sabotage it yourself because you're just like, I don't know if I want to try to go through this again. But like, it's the Wheel of Fortune that's kind of like calling this to your attention. And I sometimes feel like the fear section of the Celtic cross is one of the most telling because it's fear that shuts us down from hearing our higher self, you know? Okay, so let's look up here. So it looks to me like you're going forward in your higher self, and what you're doing, I think, is you're processing the things that have happened, the heartbreaks you've been through, the disloyalty, the shady behavior, you know, and you're talking to your higher self about it, and they're revealing to you what it gave you, what it taught you. And I think what it taught you and what it looks like it's bringing in is like alignment, like body mind soul alignment, you know. That's what I feel like is happening in the future. It's like you're really understanding the bigger picture. Like you could be understanding, like, I'm here to teach something about transcending the mundane. I'm here to teach something about body, mind, and soul alignment. I'm here to teach transmuting energy. I'm here to teach people how to like find and contact their higher self. So I feel like all of those things could be applicable to you because I feel like you've learned a lot. There is cycles completing, like you're done learning this shit. You've already learned it. So now it's time to like release the cycle. I mean, it is the time with the eclipses. It's time to let go, you know, and surrender this thing. You're like, this cycle is over. You're deciding it. You're understanding like that your fears are limiting you. They're limiting your progress. They're limiting your future. They're limiting the next thing. And they're mostly closing you off from actually being able to hear from your higher self. And I feel like I just said that a minute ago. So I feel like you're guarded and closed off here. That's what you're understanding about the cycle that you've been in. Like, it looks to me like you've been in this cycle of sadness, of letting go, of being alone, of feeling lack, and all of a sudden there's just a big shift. And I mean, it's perfect timing here. So what you're understanding up here in the future is how all, like, focusing on all of these negative things that have happened to you, it's closing you off from your higher self. Like, you're not hearing the messages. You're closed off. You're afraid. Like, you're understanding that, and you're like, you know what? It's time for this to end. So this decision that you have to make in the very, very center, that's why it's there. It's because there's a decision that you have to make up here. Do you want to look at the truth of the matter, and, like, really, like, even the most painful of situations, how much they change us, how much they give us, how much we grow from them, So let me see what's going on here. Hmm. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the extended, and if you'd like to follow me over there, you can hit the join button below. And that's where all the extendeds are. Hopefully I'll see you over there. If I don't, have a great day. Love you. Thank you so much for joining me.